Welcome to episode 5 of Sci-fi Miniatures for Stargrave. I finally had some new minis show up in the mail, so it's time for a new episode. Some of you may have actually already received your rulebooks. I just checked my status from Amazon and it hadn't shipped out even though I pre-ordered it. So after a quick chat with customer service, I should be getting the new rules in a few days, so I'm very excited for that. Today we're going to go over some plastic minis. First Mercs from Fifth Angel Studios, followed by some Deadzone minis from Mantic. As always, I have a living list of minis in the pinned comment and in the description. I gave that an update recently, so check that out if you haven't. I had looked over the Mercs website. I think I read that Fifth Angel Studios is going to possibly revamp the Mercs line. These minis were from the Mercs Recon board game. You can buy them for $5 a pop, or buy a faction pack of 5 minis for $20, so essentially you get a free mini. They have a large range of styles. I went with a mixture of House 9 Merc bandits with goggles and masks, and the Texaco, essentially space cowboys. Thought they made a nice ragtag crew together. The poses and sculpts are cool, but these miniatures will definitely need some work as they're PVC plastic, essentially board game quality minis. Mold lines, more flash than I'm used to with plastic minis. I also found that my plastic cement did not work very well and even had a bit of hard time with crazy glue. There will definitely be gaps to fill in with green stuff, which I don't usually do unless absolutely necessary. Now, on to Deadzone. I went with this Rebs faction booster. Rebs seemed like the way to go for a nice mixture of aliens and humans. The faction booster was the most economical and the only Rebs in stock on Amazon at the time, about $40 after taxes. Now, I was not expecting to open the box and see a bunch of minis in plastic baggies, but that's what happened. No sprues from this set. It actually reminds me of the Rune Wars miniatures game from Fantasy Flight. Slightly soft plastic minis, along with this one bag of metal. These minis are going to be quite a bit of work to build and prep for painting. Honestly, more than I normally would want to deal with, unless I'm really in love with the sculpts, which I'm not. Don't get me wrong, they look good, especially the painted versions on the box. They just don't excite me like the other minis from this series, and I think that's important when tackling a big project like this. I'll definitely paint up a couple that are easy to build. But like with the Mercs minis from earlier, there's lots of flash, mold lines, and cleaning to do, and I would even say more so than the Mercs. Now, it is definitely a great value if you're on a budget. There are 18 minis in here, so that's just over $2 a mini. Quite a difference from $5 per Merc mini, and upwards of $10 to $12 for some of the metal minis I've covered in previous episodes, so it's definitely something to think about. Had I not bought a ton of sci-fi minis and just bought this box first, I would have been quite happy just using these. But now that I know that there are some amazing sculpts out there from small studios, well, it just is what it is. They're okay. Anyways, I also grabbed a couple of additional minis from Deadzone. We're in the Bounty Hunter, which I seem to forget to film, which is a metal mini, but similar to the rest, lots of pieces to clean and put together. And last but not least, this Strider, because, well, just look at the picture of the painted one. It's huge and awesome. Here's a quick scale shot. The one in the middle on the different base is the Deadzone Reb. He's a little shorter than the Mercs, but they fit well enough. I think the Mercs minis are 32mm. It was a little hard to find that information out. They're a little more beefy, thicker arms, and a little taller, but I think that works fine. People and aliens can be different sizes and weights after all. I have more minis ready to show off in next episode, episode 6. Then following that, I should hopefully have my official Stargrave sets from Northstar to look at. As always, make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Stargrave, mini, and gaming videos. See you next time.